In this video, I'd like to share a little bit of history in connection with Ashlawn Farm. So that's our silage pit. It's built a long time. The walls was built in 1979. I'll just show you the date on the wall over here, if you can pick it up. The date on the wall is 1979. I was a very young man, and that's, you might just make it out, it's MB. I put that on, that's my father's name, Michael Bray, and it was built in 1979. And we done all this building. That wall there is getting, it's getting choked now. We don't put the silage against it, we keep it away from it. So, and that's our sheds there. The floor needs to be replaced. There's some cracks coming in it. I replaced it about 20-25 years ago, but with the weights of the new machinery and everything, it needs to be replaced. And up there is the milking parlour, and those milking parlours was sheds. Most of them was old cow byres with cows tied up in it, that I and my father converted in 1976. But we try to use in this farm, we don't try to spend huge amount of money. We try to utilise what we have and not bulldoze and knock everything, and try to use the old stuff that was there. Remember, when we were on this farm from the 15th century, so there's a lot of history. A lot of my father before that, and my grandfather and my great-great-great-grandfather all worked along here, and yeah, it has a lot of history. So I like to try to keep some of the stuff, and Kenneth, farming along beside me, is doing something similar. So we like to plant some trees around the place and try to keep a bit of vegetation around it, and that it's probably not a real typical big open type of yard. We like to keep a bit of shelter and keep it a bit more homelier and friendlier, environmentally friendly. And when we were talking about the 15th century, that smaller house up there, I was born there, and my father was born there, and all my fathers before that, grandfathers and all that, was born in that house. It'd been renovated numerous times, and my father would often tell me about it, and my mother, when they got married first, it was thatch on it. So they took the thatch off it in 1946 and put a slated roof on it. Then in later years we moved out of that and bought a bigger house across the yard where I'm living now, and I lived there, and we lived there for years then, when I was young fella, teenager and all the rest. And then when I got married to Mary, we done up that house was empty maybe for maybe 20-25 years, and maybe 15 years. I myself and Mary done it up, and we moved into it, and 2 of our 4 children was born there, and then we moved across the yard. So there's a lot of history here that could tell you the whole history about around here, and it brings back very fond memories. And I'm looking forward as well to having very optimistic future for Kenneth here on a small compact dairy farm. So that's story on the silage pit, but I'll add to it later on. I will show you the polishing when it's done. Eamon here from Ashlawn Farm, signing off.